Alright folks, so I'm going to review the third and final video off of Tonight the Stars Revolt, which is Supernova Goes Pop. So with this project, there's not really a lot to the music video, but it is better than the Nobody's Real video. I suppose that the effort that went into that one was somewhat clever, but I think the concert footage was more interesting. And I still think that When Worlds Collide was the best video off this project, which is kind of a shame because that's basically Powerman's best song. I mean, it may not be entirely popular belief, but it's pretty close to it. I mean, when I listen to radio around here in Missouri, this is really the only song by them they still play is When Worlds Collide. It'll come on, it's a short 2.5, 3 minute song, and then it's gone. And it's, that's virtually it. So, uh, yeah, so this is the third video. It was released as a single on top of that. It didn't really chart on the rock charts, but I think it still probably got some spins. I kind of like when like the third, fourth, or fifth single kind of gets spins like that, even though it doesn't really chart on the charts. It's an interesting thing just to kind of get some of those extra airplay songs, but it probably, I mean, I wouldn't say it's not a known song as much as it is just, you probably have to look a little bit more in depth. I would probably recommend Nobody's Real, off reflex for someone who didn't know enough about Powerman, but it just is kind of strange doing that with this song. So yeah, the music video basically consists of just the concert footage, and I would like to hit up a Powerman 5000 concert. I could tell just by the scenes that, I mean, it was kind of close. There wasn't really a mosh pit type area. They were all right up in front, and the band was just on the stage, and really you could almost touch their hands and stuff. But I did like the idea. There was like confetti and just a dark scene. It really did feel industrial, which is the thing about it. I mean, the concert, it did appear they kept the sci-fi image. They dressed up in that tone and stuff, kind of like Kiss dresses up. Um, I just wasn't quite sure as far as well, forgetting what I'm trying to say here. It did seem like this was a fun video. I mean, that's the thing, is I could see myself. I mean, really, I would expect the Powerman 5000 concert to probably cost like 17 or 22 bucks or something, which would basically be worth it, just to get in, get out, have some fun. It's almost like a miniature rave of sorts. I mean, songs like When Worlds Collide definitely prove that, but Supernova Goes Pop is pretty upbeat also. I mean, I feel like that one probably should have been the second single instead of Nobody's Real. Probably it might have helped it. I mean, Nobody's Real was good, but it was just, I don't know. There just was something about it, and it was the same thing when they canceled the Anyone for Doomsday album. There just were a bunch of things that just slighted Powerman 5000's tenure, which kind of sucked. But yeah, I mean, obviously this is a successful project. I mean, the least I can say about these music videos from this album is the fact that they're interesting. It just was so much just popular opinion, whether or not it was given a fuck about. And I think this beyond that, I mean, the Tonight the Stars Revolt should be seen as like a debatable classic. I mean, I'm not entirely sold that it would be like a 5-star album, but I would say it's virtually pretty close to that. It's just a above average industrial metal album. So all three of the music videos, even though I didn't like Nobody's Real, I can see tints of it being somewhat interesting. So this is kind of the thing. So I would rank them When Worlds Collide, Supernova Goes Pop, and then Nobody's Real. And I felt like they probably should have done a fourth video just by doing Tonight the Stars Revolt, but they didn't do that. So just an extra bit. So obviously I recommend, throwing a few of these videos in a playlist and just having some late nights. I mean, obviously you can basically have a house party just with a bunch of YouTube videos. This is like the main thing. If your speaker and sound system is good enough, you could definitely get this playing, and it's like the next best thing to go into a concert. But yeah, all three of these videos were successes. I mean, not all three of these videos, but all three of these songs were successes. And I would probably score this music video like a 7 because the concert looked fun. I mean, I could, definitely rock out to this sort of thing. It had some good vibes about it, but in I don't know, I would have liked to have seen the theme that they would have done with it. So it's kind of hit and miss. That's my complaint, is just that I would have liked to have them done something like they were doing with When Worlds Collide, see what else they could have done. But I did also want to see concert footage. So they probably should have saved that for like the fourth single, done something with this. But, really, I feel like Supernova Goes Pop is basically like the bastard stepchild of the situation, just because it just doesn't get quite as many spins as the two charting singles. But yeah, that's, thing about it.